So today we are going to start with the essay of the topic, that is water conservation and management. Let's start with the topic and we will continue with the essay. We continue to use water for a variety of purposes every day. We have been using water and we continue to use water for a variety of purpose every day. So water has a number of applications on a regular basis. Additionally, we continue to pollute it continuously. We are not just using it, we are also polluting it continuously. Our water bodies receive direct discharges of industrial and sewage effluents. Sewage effluents, okay, means sewage, waste from. So water bodies, they receive direct discharges from the industrial and sewage effluent. Furthermore, there are few or no longer facilities for storing rainwater. There are actually a limited number of facilities used for storing rainwater. There are limited to no, that is either there is a limited number of facility or there is no facility for storing rainwater. Floods are now a common occurrence as a result. Floods are now taking place as a consequence. So there are no longer any facilities for storing rainwater and floods are actually taking place as a result. Similarly, fertile soil from riverbed is carelessly used. Fertile soil from the riverbed, fertile soil that we collect from the riverbed, it is carelessly used. Additionally, flooding is a result. So flooding is also a result and fertile soil from riverbed gets carelessly used. Okay, so furthermore, there are few or no longer facilities for storing rainwater. Either we use rainwater or we no longer have that much facilities for storing rainwater, and when we are not able to store rainwater, we are facing floods as a result, and fertile soil from the riverbed is carelessly used, and we are also not making the proper use of the fertile soil from riverbed. So water conservation and management, we are going to know how the misuse of water is taking place. Okay, so additionally, flooding is a result. When we can't have a proper facility for storing rainwater, floods will take place, and as a result also fertile soil from riverbed, we are not using that in a proper way. We can see now humans have a significant impact on water scarcity. So humans, they are actually contributing to water scarcity to the limit of water. There is a limited availability of water, pure water for drinking and for surviving. Living in concrete jungles has already reduced the amount of greenery. Concrete jungles means that we are already we are deforesting, we are cutting down trees, and as such it has already reduced the amount of greenery. Okay, additionally, we continue to clear forests, which is a great way to save water. Forests, the trees, they, with the help of the roots, they save water, they store water. So when we cut down the trees, we are not able to save water. Many nations today even have less access to clean water. Many nations these days, many countries across the whole world, they are having a limited access to clean water. As such, they have no to limited access of clean water. We can see humans have a significant impact on water scarcity. Okay, you can omit this paragraph. Many nations today even have less access to water. Water scarcity is a real issue. To alter the world for future generations, we must act immediately. Now, nations, they are actually having less access to clean water, and water scarcity is the main issue, is a real issue. That is, we are going to face a real issue. Water scarcity means availability of clean water for consumption, to survive, to use, to bathe, to cook. Okay, so it's also a real issue, scarcity of water. To alter the world for future generations, we must act immediately. If we need to alter the whole world for a better future, we need to act promptly. An essay on water conservation will show you how. That is how we can contribute to conserve water, to store water for a better future. Actually, life cannot exist without water. Can you really find like we will become thirsty without water? With the availability of any forms of water or liquid, we will become thirsty, and life cannot just move or go on without water. It cannot exist without water. We require it for various tasks such as cooking, cleaning, and using the bathroom. Basically, what we do is like there are many applications of water, including bathing, including cooking, including cleaning, and also if we want to live a healthy life, we need to have access to proper supply of water, clean water, on a national level and also on an individual level. There are numerous actions that we can take to conserve water. It's not just on the national level but in also the individual level. Individually we can contribute, we can see such that we can conserve water. First and foremost, our governments need to implement effective water conservation measures. So as a result, our government has to implement certain water conservation measures. To conserve water, the scientific community must work on sophisticated agricultural reforms. And if we need to conserve water, our community has to, follow certain agricultural reforms. The way how water gets conserved and agricultural ways, of using water, of preserving water. Similarly, cities must also get properly planned and advertising must promote water conservation. We know there are so many creative ideas, there are so many creative advertisers, and if we want to really contribute for the conservation of water, we need to see that there are proper advertisements are made to promote water conservation. On a personal level, we can start by picking buckets over showers or bathtubs. Instead of using showers and bathtubs, we can start using buckets of water. There is no need to use showers or bathtubs where we have buckets. So okay, this is an extra thing which we can Similarly, we should also be careful not to use much electricity. So we need to stop making overuse of electricity. We should see that there is not so much use of electricity. We must begin expanding our plant and tree populations. We should start growing and planting plants, planting trees in order for us to benefit from the rain as well, and rainwater harvesting must be made mandatory. We need to ensure proper harvesting of rainwater, proper recycling of rainwater, so that we have trees. We have to make sure that we have trees for so that the trees they have roots so that they can hold water, and we can also make the proper use of rainwater. Rainwater harvesting is also necessary. So if we go back to the essay first, it's a essay that can come for the class 12 and 10 students, also for the UPSC students. Like they can be asked how write an essay on, like if we write an essay on how conservation of water, how water management should be made. So in that case, you can come up with ideas like I have mentioned before. Okay, that we are using water for a number of purposes, and we continue to use water continuously. We are using water continuously, and our water bodies have discharges from so many effluents also. But as we see that there are no or limited access of clean water, and we are actually not having any enough facilities that store rainwater. So you can come up with these points. Furthermore, we can also see that fertile soil from river waste should get properly used. And this is what you can see, like deforestation is taking place. There is we are having a reduced amount of greenery, and as such, when we are cutting down forests, we are losing the scope, we are losing the hope to save water. So it is the thing, it is the way you can write. You can continue with this essay, and finally you can say like, what can be done to conserve water? That is, we should use bathtubs instead of using bathtubs. We should use buckets. We should the government should implement certain water conservation measures. Okay, and we should also follow some sophisticated agricultural reforms. We can write like that. And we need to see that there is no overuse, no excess use of electricity, and we need to plant trees and plants. And also the thing is like, we need to benefit from rainwater as well. So rainwater harvesting should be taken care of. So that is the thing, that is the way you come up for a essay on water conservation and management. Thank you.